Hey, what is up guys? My name is Tom Spark and today we're going to be answering the question, is TunnelBear overhyped? Now, I've seen TunnelBear advertised on some of the biggest tech channels on YouTube, like Linus Tech Tips. Interestingly enough, Linus Tech Tips actually just kind of advertises private internet access lately, or at least after TunnelBear. Maybe they decided it wasn't converting enough or not a good enough VPN for people. Not quite sure what the reason for that was, but TunnelBear, is it overhyped? Well, TunnelBear has a certain market that I think really has it nailed down, and in other ways it also misses out on a lot of core features that you might expect from a VPN. As you can see from the website, it's a very kind of user-friendly, cartoony VPN based on the idea of making VPN accessible for kind of noobs, or maybe younger users perhaps, or even older users who like bears and cartoons. This is what the app looks like. Even just starting it out, you have a great tutorial, which a lot of VPNs don't actually really have. It's really about this, bear branding, and as you can see here, there's a very visual layout for the application. So this is what it looks like here. A giant is $10 a month, $5 a month, $60 for a year. So two pricing plans here. This is pretty standard. This is pretty standard as well. Nothing too surprising here, just decent pricing overall. TunnelBear is very easy to use. As you can see here, it's just pretty simple. You just tunnel to United States, and then it kind of starts working right there, digging into a little tunnel and popping out, and then you'll be connected. So it's definitely easy to use. The application, as you can see, it looks great. Lots of colors, lots of good design here. Pretty easy settings menu to navigate, as well as connecting to specific servers here. Has decent privacy as well, with no logs, no logging policy, and the reputation is pretty solid from what I've seen. Haven't really heard any big scandals with TunnelBear VPN like some other VPNs out there. Uses 256 AES encryption, and the application is pretty good features like a kill switch and stuff like that. You can see that here, Vigilant Bear and a Ghost Bear, which I guess is some kind of version of Stealth VPN. Not really quite sure how well it works, but it's good to see that they support it because not every VPN does. Additionally, they do have 5 simultaneous connections, and TunnelBear's mobile app is pretty solid to use. But as you can see here, guys, perhaps TunnelBear's biggest limitation and weakness is that it's not really built for power users. Even kind of going on the app, the simplicity of the app makes it difficult to see how to select specific servers, and I'm not even really sure you can, since it just kind of lets you tunnel to individual locations. There doesn't really seem to be much options here for configuring which specific server you get to connect to and stuff like that. So it does have some limitations in that sense. Not only that, but it does have a smaller server selection than some other VPN providers out there, and that could be possibly the reason why you can't pick specific server locations. It also additionally has slower speeds than some other VPN providers out there. It's not the fastest VPN by any stretch of the imagination. Now, the free trial is also limited to around 500 megabytes, as you can see here. And there are some other options out there, like perhaps Windscribe, which has a little bit more generous free bandwidth usage, around 2 to 4 gigabytes probably, compared to 500 megabytes a month, which is pretty small. Now, TunnelBear also doesn't really have much Netflix compatibility, which means if you want to use a VPN to kind of unrestrict Netflix geo restrictions, let's say you're in China and you want to get access to the US version of Netflix, or in Europe and you want to get US version of Netflix, TunnelBear is not going to be the best VPN to choose. A couple last things, guys, is that TunnelBear doesn't really support VPN routers and compatibility installing their VPN onto routers. So if you want to set up a VPN router Wi-Fi connection at your home to have a hotspot, or on the go to kind of connect to just the VPN Wi-Fi to always stay encrypted on your computer no matter what, TunnelBear might not be the best option for you. Lastly, guys, TunnelBear does have pretty good support, but they only have ticket system and no live chat to use. So guys, overall, is TunnelBear overhyped? I would say that maybe it's somewhere in the middle. I think TunnelBear does get recommended a lot, and a lot of its weaknesses aren't admitted, but it does have a decent amount of strengths that you don't see with a lot of VPNs, like 5 simultaneous collections, no logging policy, decent application security. It just kind of loses out in terms of those essentials like speed and Netflix compatibility, and the pricing isn't super cheap for some of these features that you're missing out on. So Is it overhyped? I don't really think it's overhyped, but I don't think it's really the best VPN out there. If you want to check out some of my VPNs in the description down below that I think are better than TunnelBear by a significant margin in terms of feature and even pricing, feel free to do so. I'll see you again on the next video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. My name is Tom Spark.